Since I've been up here, I realized that there are no boundaries in the world. The world is one. The idea that on Earth there are people who are fighting, killing and being killed for the power of being in one place rather than another is an absolutely alien view from here. This is how the astronaut Luca Parmitano commented on his first walk in space. The world seen from a new perspective, a united world. This is the challenge of the United World Project, promoted by the international association New Humanity, expression of the social and cultural commitment of the Focolari movement, founded by Chiara Lubich and spread around the world. The aim of the project is to develop a new culture that revalues the idea and the experience of universal brotherhood, not only in the consistency of the activities of daily living, but also in the approach to education at the cultural level to restore peace and more humane living conditions among all peoples. Chiara Lubich writes, "The strong contradictions that mark our age need a penetrating and incisive point of orientation, categories of thought and action capable of involving every individual as well as all peoples with their economic, social and political systems. There's a universal idea which is already in place and an experience that is proving to be able to support the burden of this epochal challenge, universal brotherhood." Pioneers of the project are the Youth for a United World, the young people of the Focolari movement. At the end of August 2012, 12,000 young people from 125 countries met in Budapest for the 10th edition of the Gen Fest, their world gathering. 500,000 more are connected via streaming. They invade the city with the slogan, "Let's Bridge." They commit themselves to building bridges of brotherhood among cultures and peoples, giving voice to the need of rediscovering each other as sisters and brothers, to put the person, relationships, and gratuitousness at the center of politics, culture, economy, and science. As evidence of their commitment, in Elizabeth Square, in the heart of the city, Pest, the corner of universal fraternity is inaugurated.
Here we are at the inauguration of the fraternity place. This place it symbolizes the 5 continents and the fraternity of all the people living in the world.
On 5 marble benches in 20 languages, including Braille, the Golden Rule is carved, common precept to the major religions and cultures of the world. One should treat others as one would like to be treated by others.
Proponiamo un patto mondiale di fraternità. Lanciamo il United World Project.
It is in this context that the Youth for a United World launch the United World Project, which aims to turn universal brotherhood into the new cornerstone of politics, economics, work, sports, environmental protection, communication, science and art. Through the creation of a global network, we've set up a permanent and international observatory to study, collect and promote actions of fraternity all over the world. The United World Week, sponsored since 1996 by the Youth for a United World, is a real exhibition of universal brotherhood. An opportunity to propose initiatives of fraternity to the institutions and have an impact on the public opinion of the countries where it takes place.
So the rule number 1, remember, you heard it in here, be the change that you want to see in a world where you wish to live in fraternity.
Siamo qui in Terra Santa per la settimana del Mondo Unito, insieme a moltissimi giovani da tutto il mondo, per cercare di fare un ponte di comunione tra tutte le genti.
In questi giorni è stato come entrare in un'altra dimensione, si è respirata un'aria inusuale che non si trova da nessun'altra parte.
and we're happy to share this evening of joy and happiness in the unity of all human beings, which is a message that the Focolari brings to us here that sometimes we forget about.
We were all born to be brothers.
Africa has very good values, and this is the contribution they want to give. That is why we came up and said we want to call it Sharing the Africa, because we want to share our culture, our values to the whole world.
I come from Jordan to share the cultures, the knowledge of the cultures, especially Ubuntu, which is I am because we are. And I think I'm gonna get it as a lifestyle, beginning from here.
We are afraid to come out open because of bombs and all that, but with this experience, I will go back with that strongness in me to tell them, yes, even if it's going to cost our life, we need to move on in order to make this idea a reality.
In Nairobi in 2014, the Atlas of Universal Fraternity was presented, the first dossier of the United World Project, made in collaboration with a study group made up of teachers and students of the Sophia University. A historical and geographical mapping that collects examples of fraternity lived on every latitude, seeds of fraternity. Seeds because most of the times it's about little actions which may involve a neighborhood, a house for the elderly, a school or a specific family. Their aim is bringing comfort, love, warm-heartedness where there's coldness, lack of understanding and hatred, starting from little actions but with a large perspective, universal brotherhood.
You're there to the typhoon.
We want to give up something.
To give back. Give up to give back.
Open your hand, open up for what is most.
I am from Russia. Instead of buying a new bag for myself, I give up this money to give back to the Philippines.
Hi, my name's Andrew from Australia. I want to give up an hour of my pay to the Philippines.
Let's bridge people, show the world. Let's bridge countries so it works. Let's go ahead and make America.
Il meeting della legalità qui a Caserta rappresenta l'opportunità per noi giovani non solo di parlare di legalità, ma anche e soprattutto di sporcarci le mani.
Mi ha colpito vedere come anche in queste cose proprio quotidiane si senta quello che è il problema anche della criminalità organizzata.
La legalità è fondamentale, necessaria per la crescita della persona, per lo sviluppo, ma non è il fine, ma è lo strumento per raggiungere un obiettivo che si chiama giustizia.
Instead of having interfaith where it's merely an understanding perspective, so I understand who you are, you understand who I am, it's interculturalism, whereby we say that I'm learning from you as you learn from me.
1, 2, 3,
It's not so obvious that there's, people of different faiths or cultures. It's just, you're just accepting them for who they are as a person. It's not you're Muslim, oh you're Christian, oh you're non-believer. It's just everyone's just together, and that's what I like about this kind of event.
I was brought up without a faith. It's definitely worth engaging in this conversation. As difficult it is maybe, even if you only reach one student, one person, that's one person that may or may not go on to talk to other people about this.
Do you care? Do you care about multiculturalism? Do you care about dialogue? The characteristic of 2015 Regenerate meant that the answer was unresounding. The answer was, yes, we care.
Ci siamo rifatti alla storia del colibrì. Scoppia un incendio,
e lui pensa di andare a prendere una goccia d'acqua nel lago vicino e va e la butta sull'incendio. Il leone lo brontola e gli dice: ma cosa fai? Non spengerai mai l'incendio? E Colibrì risponde: faccio la mia parte.
Try to escape, I enter Libya. So, you know, Libya is not easy. The way they maltreat every time, they used to beat you there. So when you have luck, you see the boat, you can enter there, you know, to escape to came here.
About 30 people he died there. Okay, after then, the Italian people, they come in, they take all. After they will go in Sicilia.
Abbiamo un'attività di bed and breakfast. Si è presentata la richiesta di creare l'accoglienza di questi ragazzi, vediamo ragazzi migranti provenienti profughi dalla Libia. Ora la maggior parte dell'attività l'abbiamo messa a disposizione, naturalmente con grossi anche sacrifici economici. Adesso sono 68 ragazzi divisi in 4 piccole strutture. Quello che cerchiamo sempre è di mettere in evidenza la persona.
Da quando la mia famiglia ha iniziato questa avventura, per me si è ingrandita la famiglia, perché con alcuni ragazzi e ragazze che abbiamo conosciuto con questa esperienza ho trovato proprio un rapporto come tra fratello e sorella.
De hecho, que cuando yo hablaba con los papás en las comunidades, les he preguntado, ¿y si hubiera una escuela que pudiera ofrecer un almuerzo, ¿no? Que pudiera ofrecer tal vez un hospedaje también, ¿no? Pudieran poner a sus hijos, ¿no? Este milagro lo esperamos años. He conocido la AMU, Acción por un Mundo Unido. He conocido a muchos grupos de parroquia, de familias nuevas, que son las que sostienen también parte del proyecto, que inicialmente hemos comenzado con 5 o 6 adopciones en el colegio.
Pienso que todos también acá los docentes estamos con esa mentalidad, ¿no? De familia, como dice el padre, la unidad de San Francisco de Asís.
Este colegio es especialmente para la gente pobre, gente de lejos, para que vengan aquí a estudiar en la provincia. Y es una gran obra que ha hecho el padre.
Sí, el comedor nos dan también. Es una gran ayuda para mí.
In the first 2 months of the project, we've identified over 800 seeds of fraternity, promoted by young people from all continents. This collection is going ahead, enlarged to all generations, and so the journey began to have the project recognized by national and international institutions. On March 13, 2015, over 300 youth for a united world have gathered in front of the Italian Chamber of Deputies, where they launched an appeal to the MPs for them to respond to the demands of young people on issues such as arms trade, education, inequality, legality, the humanitarian crisis in the Mediterranean Sea, and the democratic control of political choices. Here's the enthusiastic reaction of the president of the chamber, Ms. Laura Boldrini.
Io dico coraggio, impegnatevi, la politica può essere un esercizio meraviglioso anche di generosità, però va fatto servendo il bene comune e chi ha i valori deve poterlo fare.
In April 2015, the United World Project and the Atlas of Universal Fraternity were cited by Maria Voce, president of the Focolari movement, during the high-level debate on tolerance and reconciliation sponsored by the UN authorities.
Una mappatura storica e geografica che raccoglie esempi di fraternità vissuti ad ogni latitudine e che è la prima pubblicazione del progetto per un mondo unito, promosso dai giovani dei Focolari per guardare il mondo da una prospettiva diversa.
A Youth for a United World explained more in detail these seeds of fraternity.
con la speranza che un giorno anche questi frammenti di fraternità possano essere presentati alle Nazioni Unite e che le Nazioni Unite possano far proprio questo gesto.
Me and you are one. I cannot hurt you without hurting myself. The Asian continent was the protagonist of the 2015 United World Week. Young people from various parts of the world arrived in Mumbai and Coimbatore, India, to jointly develop the theme of dialogue in its full dimension. A 4-day school, a training course entitled Discover Fraternity, with moments of interaction and sharing open to all to discover together by means of personal experiences, sports, art and theatre that dialogue is the largest highway towards fraternity. We must put into our hearts universal brotherhood. I live for universal brotherhood.
I wake up to another day. Sometimes it's hard to roll out of bed and face the world again. I put on the bravest smile, look to the sky.